Hello and welcome to Stay Up and on the Hill. I'm Deb Kais, and I have for you today another fun fold. This one is sometimes known as a bookbinding fold. I'm going to just jump down and show you what it looks like. All right, so this is one that I made with the fruit salad designer series paper. And what this is although it looks like the regular size card, it is scored and bound right here so that it ends up acting like just a square card, which is kind of fun. So it's fairly easy. I'm just gonna show you quick how to make one of these. Set this one aside, bring in a cutter, make sure you can see everything. All right, so today I'm gonna use, this is peach pie. And this is an 8.5 by 11, and we are going to cut it in half lengthwise. So we're going to end up with, this is going to be 4 1/4 because that's, a half a sheet. 4 1/4 this way. We'll set one of these aside, and then I'm going to score this at 4 1/4 again. Not again, but 4 1/4. 4 1/4 and at 5.5. Okay. This, whoops, this thing just flies away. All right, so I'm gonna do my middle fold. So now my edges are all even, and give that a good crease here. And then with my other score line, can you even see it? I'm gonna fold this backward. So we'll give that a crease, and that's really what makes the card. So what we're going to do is you need to kind of decide, well, you don't have to because you can do it. I'm going to put ribbon on this one, and I want to do it before I glue the card shut. So what happens is this section right here gets glued down. All right, we'll put glue here and we'll glue it down. But I want to put some ribbon in here. And so I wanted to show you a little trick about how to add ribbon. Let's add the, well, let's do this first. Do you ever have pieces of stuff that you've started and then you ended up not using them? Well, here's one. Remember this when we did some watercoloring a few weeks back? This is already 4 inches wide. So I'm going to cut it again at 4 inches. And then I'm going to cut a 1-inch piece. Like so. And then this is just going to be scrap. And I want it to be this way. So let's glue this on first because I want to get that ribbon in there, but I want it to go over the color paper, kind of like making your own DSP, right? With watercolors. All right. I know I just used this glue. I know it's fine. It must just sort of get plugged up from sitting, right? All right, that's going to go that way. So this is going to go here. Move this up so you can see what I'm doing. This is going to go on this side here. And then this one's going to go on here. I usually like to add, I'm going to add some more in the corners. Add extra glue to this thicker textured cardstock because it's textured. And this is going to go this way. And I'm kind of just eyeballing, lining up the bottom here with the bottom there and the top with the top. And I'm going to try and scooch it down just not that much. Here we go. Make sure it looks kind of straight. I'm going to turn this over and give it a good pressing from this side just so that I'm not accidentally moving that cardstock around because it's pretty thick. And until the glue dries, it can wiggle. So that's that. So here's my trick for the day. is with your ribbon. I'm going to add ribbon here, but I'm going to use, so when you're finished with this process, you could definitely take your ribbon and go all the way around and tie it in a bow or whatever you're going to do. And then you have ribbon a little bit on the back and on the front. Well, I'm going to try to save a little bit of ribbon by putting it across the front to begin with. So I'm going to take a little piece of Scotch tape. Sure I am. And I'm going to tape this to the inside. Now this is the part that's going to get glued down. So I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to tape this to here. And then I'm going to run it around this side. And I'm going to cut it with my ribbon scissors. And I'm going to tape it here as well, hoping that I have this all pretty centered. Okay. We'll get back to the ribbon in a few minutes, but I want to glue this part down. So we're going to glue all the way across and glue all this together. So that's going to be down. Again, I could rub this from the back too. It's smoother on the back. All right, so then let's see, what were we going to do? We were going to make a big deal out of, because I like the paper, so I want the paper to do most of the work for me. So I was going to try to just stamp a greeting, and my greeting is, oops, and then I'll just use a punch. My greeting is going to say, "So happy to celebrate you." And here's what I do. I look at this punch and I think, how far in does it have to go? And where do I have to actually stamp this? So it's going to go in from this side. I need to leave, it's going to be tight, but I need to leave at least a little bit of room on the edge here. And I need to leave room at the top and the bottom as well. So let's do this. And then we'll bring our punch in. This is the modern oval punch, if you can tell, because I write it right on the bottom every time. Let's see. You can keep jiggling it and squeeze, and it holds it still, you know, so you can't jiggle it until you can make sure that it's as straight as you want it. I'm usually never looking for perfection. I'm going to get this glue out of or this ink, I'm sorry, out of the way before I glue my hands. I'm going to do another one. This is Summer Splash, and I'm just going to I'm going to create kind of a border out of this. So let me show you. Let's see. Oh, I could kind of do that too. That's kind of fun. You could just offset it. I'm going to cut it right up the middle. I can use my cutter for this if you want, or I can just bring in some scissors. Yep, I'm going to cut it up the middle. If you've been to any of my classes, you've done this with me before, I'm sure. And then what I'm going to do is glue both sides. And I'm going to put this together just so it has a little bit of the Summer Splash showing on either side. And I want to try to even those up. And working with the multi-purpose glue, you have a little bit of wiggle room, so I can wiggle and wiggle and try to get that as straight as I can. I just want a little hint of the Summer Splash showing. But because this punch is the same size, you don't really get to make like a whole mat with it. I guess this is going to work for now. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I was going to, we're going to put this on, but I think I'm just going to put it like right in the middle somewhere. Let's put that on. Grab some dimensionals here. I think I'm going to do 3. You know me, I'm never going to use too many dimensionals. I probably could have used 4 on this one, but that's okay. And then, so happy to celebrate you. It doesn't look very centered. Let's try again. If you just set it down gently, you can pick it back up. Once you actually press it down, those dimensionals will stick. All right, so now I'm going to make a bow. So I'm going to do 2 bunny ears and tie them in a bow. And then I can play with this a bit. Make it tighter. And have some longer tails. Okay, and then ribbon scissors. I'm going to snip that off and snip this off about there. And then even though we made that bow now, we can just put this on here with the glue dot. You get these glue dots from, I get these glue dots in like the kits that I'm using. And so I'm going to put 2 on this anyway, just because I'm putting it on ribbon. Here I am. Putting it on the ribbon. That came off already, so that's good. And I don't want it to twist. There we go. And then pull the backings off of them. The first one came off already, so that's good. There's a second one, and then I'm just going to put this on here. There we go. Anyway, these glue dots come in the kits as your adhesive because, the kits are as inclusive as they possibly can be. And so then you always end up with extra glue dots left over and extra dimensionals left over. So I keep them and I keep using them, and it's all good. All right, so there's the one we just made. Opens like this. And then here's the one that I had made previously using DSP instead. And I think it's fairly simple, yet it's fun looking, right? I think so. Well, let's see. Okay. Well, I hope you liked that fun fold. I'll have another one next month, so be sure to tune in. If you are enjoying my videos, I would love to hear from you. That'd be great. If you have suggestions on what you'd like to see, I'd love to hear that as well. And we just updated, Tom is helping me take pictures of some retired product. And so we just updated the album of items for sale. So if you are on Facebook, go to right underneath the header where it says Stampin' on the Hill and stuff. Right under there, there's a whole bunch of options. So choose the photos option and then go to albums and then look for the album that's called SU Retired Product Sale. And there's all kinds of items in there. And I think, my first comment, I think, says how to actually say what you want and how I'm going to ship it to you and all those things. So otherwise, you're welcome to PM me for some more information. All right, I think that's it. So until next time, thanks for watching.